Apvo Therapeutics. Well, that's what we've traded so far. I've recorded the trade, so you'll have to wait till the trade recap drop later for to watch it. I'll talk you through it in just a second. Just setting up the YouTube stream right now. That's not very clever of me. Oh, all the tags in the stream. Away we go. And it's 8 AM market time. Welcome to Day Trade with Tony, everybody. Well, today we do it all again. Last week was a good week. Let's see if we can't get another good week out of the markets this week. Very important week this week. So we've got the CPI data due to drop tomorrow. We've got the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. Potential, well, not potential, but a likely additional rate hike announced. We've got retail sales and jobless claims on Thursday. We've also got CPI, interest rate hikes from the ECB and the Bank of England. And yeah, busy week ahead with some kind of macroeconomic catalysts. And could be a volatile week, should be a volatile week. The last 3 occasions we've had CPI data drop, the markets have moved, the SPX or the SPY has moved 3% or more. So there's opportunities there. Hey, investing, good afternoon to you. So let's see what happens this week. So for first trade of the day, we got onto Apvo. You can see the little triangles, trade triangles here. This moved up. So we got. If you look at this on the 5 minute, you'll see kind of a double bottom. I mean, you've got the spikes there, but you've got a double bottom here. It's a W shape. And we was watching that, but as this kind of broke up, I watched for the break of the VWAP. I called it out in the Discord. Apvo's breaking the VWAP. Watch for the move back up. So we got this move back, broke the VWAP, test of support, what's known as a VWAP bounce, beautiful VWAP, textbook VWAP bounce, move up. We got in here for the break of new highs, took a little bit of profit, added back, more profits. I missed this little move here, but then we added here, we went in big here, just as it consolidated, and we took profits, added a little bit more, took more profits. So we almost, I mean, we've got a bit of a spike, algorithmic trades there, and it was before 8 o'clock, so I just thought it was pulling back. So I exited the position a little bit early, but as it turns out, I exited at the right place because it did pull back, and we're almost at goal already. Oh, it's not showing up as Matt there, so sorry, Matt. It's just showing up as investing in my future, whereas, but no problem. I'll remember that's you now. So no problem, Matt. You'll be disappointed to hear that there's no snoring chow chow today. In fact, there's no chow chow at all today. In fact, the chow chow might be worst case scenario. There's no chow chow at all, full stop. She's currently in the vet's undergoing surgery. I'm waiting on a phone call from them actually to see how it goes. So we'll see. Who is we? It's the royal we job. It's the royal we. I am the royalty when it comes to trading. You should know that. I'm trading royalty. So yes, we as in the Day Trade with Tony community. Look, I've got to prepare. I'm hoping for the best, but I've got to prepare myself for the worst. I mean, if you saw my my apartment on Sunday morning, yesterday morning, it was like a crime scene. There was blood everywhere. So emergency visits to the vets, and she's been there ever since. She couldn't walk. She was too weak to walk, and had to carry her in my arms. It was pitiful. So hopefully, I mean, they've had her on a drip overnight, and they're doing the surgery today, and hopefully that will address matters. But we'll see. Anyway, there's trading to be done. What am I looking for? 350 bucks, 325 bucks. And 200 of that. 125 bucks left. Nice. There we go. Just locked it in just to get over goal on the day, and then we can start afresh. So there we go. Thoughts on Horizon Therapeutics? My thoughts are don't trade it. There's no trade there. It's an acquisition. So they're going to be acquired by Amgen. So there's not going to be a lot of volatility in that one with Horizon Therapeutics. They will be acquired by Amgen. I think it's $81 a share. Nope. I got in a little bit late there by getting distracted by Amgen, but that's okay. We'll look for a move back up. Get me filled. That didn't get me filled very quickly. I actually cut the position, added to the position. A bit of volatility. I'm just going to get out. Yeah, pulling back there. So we're over. What's my criteria for entry? Momentum. So I'm looking for the entry here was a break of new highs. So it broke new highs. That's where I got in here, and as we're moving up, adding to the position, getting to the. I wanted to get in for the break of $7. Was a little bit light, so I waited for the break of new highs. Good morning, Steve. Yeah, well, we'll see with regards to the dog, Kai. I'm waiting on a phone call from the vet, so hopefully she'll be okay. And you never know when we're talking about surgery. There's always a risk, and hopefully she'll be okay. So now I'm looking for new highs. Got in and out at the same point there. It's kind of had to get back in again. Just nervous fingers on the trigger there. I'm in at 760 now. Looking for the break of the $0.75, 775. Looking for new highs, 775. 750 is my exit. I'm just giving it 10-cent risk. 10 cents to make 15. I'll put 750s. $760 again. The range here is 24, so 10 cents is probably not a good risk to be taking because the range is ATR is 24, so I'm just going to say 25 cents from here on in. Whilst the risk is over 24 cents. Sorry, the ATR is over 24 cents. That's probably going to be my risk right now. So 760, 24 cents. We're looking at 35 my exit. Can't believe I accidentally went short on this. What platform am I using, Lewis? I'm using the Dash Trader Pro. So it's DAS, as in Direct Access Software. That's the acronym, actually. Dash Trader Pro. I think I must have traded this previously. Up at this level. I didn't. Yeah, I have. Back in February. January, February time was the last time I traded this. Looking for that break of the $0.75. It's a key level. I've already drawn that on there from the beginning of the year, so that's obviously a key level there. It's been up over $8 already today, so 8.20 is the current high of session. We should have taken my profit up at that 7.75 in hindsight, but we'll give it a little bit. Are we going to get a return, or are we going to break lows here? We're breaking lows, so I'll just get out. I'll always come back to that. This is a risky tactic. I'm trying to get both sides of the move. Trying to get a little bit of a pullback here to the short side. It's a risky tactic because it's a very bullish stock with a good catalyst. But going short is risky. I figured, okay, a little bit of a pullback. Might be able to get a little bit of the retracement move. Might not, but we'll see. Breaks new highs, we just go long again. Supposed to be going long there, but didn't. Push the button. I've only pushed one of the buttons on my hotkeys instead of the two. My fault. Silly. Let's see. Will it pay off? We'll get below 730, back down to 725. It might work. For long. Just moving back up. New highs. It's shortable in Trinidad and Tobago. Granted, there's not many. Right, it's breaking lows. Looking for the bounce on the $250. Yeah, let's get it out. That's done. Well, we were a couple of grand away from the goal, and now we're a long way away from goal. So let me start again. Easy come, easy go, as they say. Why have I got Amam twice on my watch list? Yeah, there's 200. It says there's 200,000 shares shortable on Trinidad. It depends. Don't give signals or anything like that. It depends whether you think it's going to move up or not. But whether the CPI data is going to come in higher or not. Josiah, you've got a lot of catalysts this week. You've got the Fed, the CPI data tomorrow. You've got the FOMC meeting on Wednesday with the potential rate hike. You've got jobless claims and retail sales data on Thursday. You've got the Bank of England and ECB rate announcements later in the week as well. And they're all the final rate announcements and data that's coming out this year. So it's going to have a significant impact on the market. I don't know why that is, Dave. I've got to be honest. I seem to get a lot more benefits from CMEG than CMEG UK. It's like my platform fees are cheaper with CMEG than they are with CMEG UK as well, which is well, I'm not complaining. Want it to hold the $0.50 and then break the 3/4. And get over $0.75, I will add to this position. Don't, that's where I'm going to be exiting. No problem, Josiah. I'm quite surprised that we're getting a nice little bit of. I'm just going to take a little bit off there because this is looking a bit weak right now on this one. Get off. Okay, so we're back over 2,000. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking at the resistance levels here, and back in certainly in what would have been February, it went up to 754. It was up at this level back in 775 in January, middle of January. It was up at higher than that, over $8 the beginning of January. So the going back to earlier in the year for these resistance levels. Back over 750 could be of interest. High of this candle is 746. As long as we don't get a lower swing low here, below $7, that would be a distinct double top type formation. What else is moving whilst we're at it? Vivo Therapeutics. Just hitting the scanners. Spreads are widened a little bit. This can break 775, then I'm interested in again. But right now we're getting lower highs, so we need a breakout. 775 is the point of interest for me now. It's currently the high of day. Oh, it's not. The 820 is the high of day, but it's currently the high of that resistance level. The resistance level. Why is my level 2 not going that high? Look at INET. I'm not seeing. There's a big seller at 78. Hey, how you doing? Wait for the entry. Could have got 10 cents. I suppose I could have got 10 cents, potentially got 10 cents on that move, but probably would have been wiped out by the spreads. So the spreads are about 10 cents. The range is 27 cents. So the spreads are about 10 cents. So to get a 10-cent move is not really going to make you much profit at all. If you're just talking about the ask, so you get in on the ask and make 10 cents, your bid's probably not even going to cover it. So just bear that in mind. You need bigger spreads than you've got on the range. Well, you need bigger range than you've got on the spreads. And right now you're probably looking for a good 20-cent move just to get in right now. Good 25-cent move. There's not a lot else moving. Cooper Software is an acquisition. Well, that's not going anywhere. Horizon Therapeutics is an acquisition. That's not going anywhere. Jewl, Adamas One or Jewl. That's an interesting one. It's been anticipated for a while. Finally launched as an IPO on Friday, but it's low volume at the minute. Quest was a recent IPO. Low volume. IOV, all very low volume. There's no volume at all on most of these. The Horizon that's got volume is an acquisition. We've got Cooper Software that's got volumes an acquisition, and Apvo, which is what we're watching. So this really is the best stock to trade right now for me. Hey Farron. Had better days. quick trend line there. Narrowing wedge into a flat top. Yeah, almost. There's no snoring from the show today. If you're wondering why that is, she's in the vet. She's about to undergo surgery, or in the process of undergoing surgery. I'm waiting on a phone call, so we'll see how the dog gets on. $49K, Farron, that was $43K last week. The previous week was last week of November, would have been the Grinder IPO, which if you were talking about that one. Morning. Make sure you smash the like button. I know we're not feeding a chow today, but you can tell you what, if we get to 3,000, I'll give myself a cookie. How's that? I can't give the dog a treat, so I'll give me a treat. So you're feeding the fat man on the internet, fat guy on the internet instead of a dog, instead of a chow chow. Get rid of this line in a minute. It was just a quick. Get through that way. Really good couple of days at the end of last week. We saw some really good volume and some good volatility. So what we need is both of as a momentum day trader, particularly with these low float, low price stocks. I'm looking for both volume and volatility. If you're trading mid and high cap stocks, you just need the volatility. The volume's always going to be there because of just the institutional investments that are going on with them. So with these, volumes hit and miss. So you really want the volume to. They're both important, but you want the volume as well. Well, we'll see, Phil. She's not okay, otherwise she wouldn't happen to have the surgery, but hopefully it'll clear up all the issues that she's been having. She's been quite a sickly dog for quite some time, on and off. It's like, it's never ending with it, you know? Antibiotics this, antibiotics that, and like, end up building up a resistance to antibiotics if you carry on. Just get it done. Keep trying to tell myself it's she's only a dog. Doesn't quite work that way. I think I'll put the kettle on while I'm waiting for this to finish consolidating. Fat guy on the internet. So that's who you're feeding today with your likes. Get the like count up. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you press the thumbs up button. It's amazing what happens. If you press the thumbs up button on YouTube, you get 6 years great good luck. Trust me, it happens. It works. Try it. You'll find out. Yeah, that's what we're watching, Tommy. Tommy, that's what. Look at the screen, Tommy. That's what we've got on the screen, Tommy. It's what we've been trading this morning. We were just shy of 5k up and then we gave it back, so still watching for a move. gonna scalp this if it moves up. Looking for a quick 10 cents here. Yeah, well, I hope she does as well, but we'll see. The spreads are playing me at the minute. Needs to get over 750 again. I don't mind this this pattern here, particularly on the higher time frames. In your own time, Apvo. Waiting for the breakout, not the breakdown. Just remember that. Got a confluence of support there at the $250 level. We're looking for a move up, retest those highs. Oh, $250 level supports, not giving a lot of support. Whole bunch of patterns. This kind of, like I say, connecting there. Looking for the break of the $50. Jewl has a good catalyst today. Again, had some good movement over the last couple of days, some good volatility over the last couple of days. Essentially, it's a leukemia catalyst. We've had 100% clinical benefit rate achieved in clinical trials for patients with acute myeloid-like leukemia. All right, okay, that's not very clever. Well, I'm reading that. You're selling off. Don't think I'm playing that game. Buy the dip. Look for it and move back up. That's where we found support before. Pay attention to the charts, Tony, when you're in a trade. Don't get so cocky that you think you can control the market telepathically. On what time frame would you say that is their J-spec? I'm not seeing a head and shoulders myself on a particular time frame. Seeing the narrowing wedge. Quite highly exposed here. I'm comfortable with it. That Quest with a K. Yeah, that's just shot up to over $4 now. Quest with a K. Up at 450 now. Quest with a K. That's a nice little pump. It's a lovely little pump. Betting on hopium right now, hoping this holds the whole dollar. Found support here before. It's looking very weak. And I'm adding to the position while it's looking weak. So don't do this at home, kids. Do as I say, don't do as I do. Should have cut this at 725 if I was watching. The volume's died out a little bit. We're not getting the volume spikes that we were getting earlier. Or just broke $7. I'm just going to get out. That wasn't good. Staying away from the open. Yeah, well, no, I'll be trading the open. Don't worry. I'll be getting my money back on this one later. This was Quest, just popped up over $4. Yeah, but most of them are not moving on with any kind of volume there, J-spec. We've got Quest is starting to move up, but the volume's only just come in, so we've got a little while before that. Cooper Software's an acquisition, so let's look at this is above $2. I've got quite a few like lower price stocks. We've got Apvo Therapeutics, what we've just been trading. Quest, which is what we're looking at right now. Cooper Software's an acquisition. We've got Weber. Let's have a quick look at why Weber's moving on low volume. By the way, it's very low volume. So looks like we've got, yeah, so that's an acquisition as well. China's very low volume. Boyle's an ETF. Horizon is an acquisition. Acer Therapeutics, I don't know why they're moving up, but I'll have a look in a second. Well, Jewel's a recent IPO. There's not a lot, and again, very low volume at the moment, all of these. Let's have a look at Acer. Why is this moving up? Doesn't say. General sector volatility, I think. We're getting quite a lot of volatility in that particular sector, so that looks like it's just moving up on general sector volatility. Moved up low volume. So yeah, we're just not, there's no volume with a lot of these moves. So whilst we're getting a lot of volatility, we're not getting a lot of volume to go with it. So I'll just go and pour my tea and come back and regroup. Quest, are you going to move back up? Quest was an IPO last week. Above the quarter dollar could be of interest. Morning, Dunkers. Yeah, Weber's an acquisition as well. So there's quite a few acquisitions this morning. Cooper, Weber, Horizon. West Micro. Not exactly a huge seller wall at 430, so let's get over it. That's exactly it, Klaatu. A lot of these garbage companies, that's their only hope for survival, is to get acquired by a bigger company. They have moments in the sunshine where they'll move like 200-300%. That's how they make money, by hitting the market with their offering, or they'll get acquired. Get a particularly good catalyst, and another, let's say, in this case, like for Horizon, for example, Amgen are saying, okay, we're going to acquire them. It's one of our biggest competitors. Let's buy them. You can't beat them, buy them. That's Wall Street's motto, isn't it? Yeah, that seems to be the case. Volume's all over the place at the minute. There's a reason I hung up on you. It's because I can't talk to you right now. You're not the vet, and I'm waiting for the vet. in a hot market, there's enough volume on all of these things, and you can just pretty much buy anything and it goes up. That's what it was like a couple of years ago in what 2020, 2021. You just buy anything and it go up. Same with the crypto space. You just buy any shit coin and it would like tenfold in price over the course of I wouldn't go either way, Jordan, until you know what CPI numbers come out tomorrow. Get an indication of the CPI data, and then decide whether you're going to go long or short on the Nasdaq. That's and see how the market reacts to the CPI numbers. If the CPI is higher than if inflation's higher than expected, then we're probably going to see a sell-off. And the last 3 CPI drops have instigated a 3% move on the market, or greater, at least a 3% move on the market. So there's going to be plenty of volatility tomorrow. And then we've got the FOMC conference on Wednesday. They'll be dropping the interest rates in the afternoon. I don't trade UK stocks. I don't trade any other markets except the NYSE and the Nasdaq. And the reason for that is just the lack of volume. I mean, some days it's difficult to find the volume on the NYSE and the Nasdaq. You certainly don't get it on the FTSE and the DAX or the DAC or the Hang Seng or the other markets. You can trade them, but you're better off sticking to higher cap stocks, higher and mid cap stocks on those markets because of the lack of volatility. Otherwise, unless you know what you're doing with those markets. Well, I've got the Midas touch in reverse now. I was doing really well to start off with. I got suckered into that bull trap. Still quite a lot moving. Molecular, when this is a low price stock, but this was moving up huge amounts earlier. So I thought this might break $2, so it went on the watch list for if it broke $2. Apvo looks like it's trying again. If it breaks over 775, then yeah. Gonna flat top at 750. We'll try again. Hey, Alistair. Going from 5k, this is what, a 12 grand swing in an hour. That's about right. Typical. So don't trade Forex, Toner. It's a mug's game. I don't want you to throw wicks up there. I want you to actually move up there with the price action. Come on. Do yourself a favour. Do us all a favour. That's that 775. Just $half support here is crucial. I'm out. below it. And the thing is, you can do this all day. You can, particularly pre-market, you can lose 5-6 trades in a row if you're cutting your losses early enough. And it only takes that one big trade. Yeah, well, I don't know how that works. If you're buying in dollars and selling in sterling, I'm not sure. If you're buying stocks, how the exchange rate is, because I'm not sure. That was just terrible. Got 2 cents on that move. That was horrible. So once again, up to 775 and rejected. That's a bit of a flat top there. Once it breaks past that, it's going to explode. Yes, I was, Alistair. If this pulls back to 7, I'm going to add to the position at 7. It seems like the support at 7 is good enough for me. Yeah, that bull trap trapped me on Quest J-Spec. So we got a bit of a bull trap. There were quite a few people went long on, and it reversed, and it would have got a lot of people would have that. That's why they call it a bull trap. Try a different strategy here. A bit riskier. It's a common one. Well, I keep 100% of my I keep 100% of my account in dollars, and then I just withdraw at the end of the month when I'm ready for it. So my account is all dollars. I actually send, when I've loaded my account, I send it in dollars. So there's no conversion rate at the broker, and the broker just holds it in dollars. It's all cash is in dollars. So quite frankly, the FX, I don't worry about what it was when I transferred it across. To me, it makes no difference. So I mean, if you're calculating on a macro level about your forex, then fine. But hey, Samuel. I'm going to try here is an averaging strategy. So I've got in up there at 750. I've added at 725. I'll add at $7, and I'll add at the VWAP, which is just above 675. If it breaks the VWAP, then I'll get out altogether. Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's what you elect when you elect Liz from HR to look after the country. That's what happens. First, we elected, you elected, say we, I don't live there. You elected bumbling Boris, who, to be fair, was almost as much comedic value as Trump. Which, go figure. And then when he quit, Liz from HR had to take over. Almost barcoding between 710 and 725 right now. I think he's everybody's hero. He's for a fat guy on the internet. Yeah, he's to be able to get himself elected to the most powerful position in the world, the powerful seat of office in the world, when he clearly hasn't a clue what he's doing. That takes some doing. So I think he's everybody's hero. He's Joe Sixpack's hero for sure. It's like, if he can do it, then he's testament that anybody can be president of the USA for sure. I'm watching Jewl, but it needs more volume. There's an IPO. It needs volume, job. It needs volume. There's no volume at all at the minute on Adamas. I think it's called Adamas, isn't it? Yeah, Adamas One. They're a manufacturer of synthetic diamonds. Yeah. I think what would be better is if you got Stone Cold Steve Austin elected to the White House. That would be entertaining. Yeah, a lot of good stock, crappy setups. I'm trying out a different strategy, which I don't recommend anybody do. Trying out a different strategy with real money. You want to try a different strategy? Try it on a paper account. I thought, no, I'll give it a try. Might work. Might not, but it might do. Yeah, HTMG is moving up. It's 181%, 180% at the moment. It's $1.52 is the last. It's moving up $1.54 now. That's moving up well. As you know, I don't trade those. It did get up fairly well, and I thought it might break $2 this morning, so that's why I put it on the watch list. But we'll keep an eye on it. Well, we found support at this level, kind of $7 area. 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times already now. So I'm looking for a bit of support around the $7 range, $7 area. This kind of level here, $7 resistance, support, 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 support. It come down as far as kind of 680s, so 688 so far, 689, which is also where it was support here as well. So 690, $7 area basically. This is why I keep saying if you're mapping out your support and resistance, just understand that it's an area, not the cent. So if you're looking at $7, it might, the support might be 697 or 704 or whatever. In this case, 689. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that shot. That's saying that it can work when you short. So the problem with that with shorting is you've got the you're open for infinite losses, super chip, which is fine if you're prepared to blow up your account. You know, you can get infinite losses doing it that way. Whereas if you go in long and you do a similar strategy going long, you're not going to get 100%. You know, you're not going to get 100% losses if you go in long. You know, you're not going to lose 100% of the stock value. It's very unlikely that stock's going to zero. Whereas if you're going short, you can quite easily gain 100%. I mean, worst case scenario is this just fell to zero right now, and I've lost 100 grand. Whereas if I was shorting it and it went up 200%, it went up to $15, I've lost even more. So yeah, well, different strategies. Not everybody trades the same way, and everybody's got their own. And this is what I say to people in the day trade with Tony community is, I'll teach you my strategies, I'll teach you what I know, but tweak it for your own personality, tweak it for yourself, and find out what works for you. Because my aggressive style, and I am an aggressive trader, it's not uncommon for me to put 90% of my buying power in a single trade. So I might put all of my equity position into a single trade. That's not uncommon for me. I don't recommend that for everybody. The rule of thumb is that you don't risk more than 3% of your entire equity on a trade. You've seen me on a daily basis risking more than 3%. So I am an aggressive trader. That's just my nature. I'm kind of an aggressive person from just by the off. All those years of sales and sales management, it put it into me. But it's not a style of trading I would recommend for everybody. Not everybody's going to be comfortable putting such a large portion of their equity into a position. In fact, if you're risk averse and holding a position, again, Ross's style, for example, is he's in and he's out. He's more of a scalper than he is a trader like me. He's very quick with his executions. In mine, 30 seconds might be his average hold time. My average hold time is 2 hours. So just putting that into context. Got 20 minutes to the 25 minutes to the bell. Just under 25 minutes to the bell. A little bit of increased volume here. problem with that averaging strategy, though, Super Chip, the problem with that, particularly when you're going short, is your risk reward goes right out the window. I mean, again, risk versus reward is what you're comfortable with. What kind of risk are you comfortable with? You need to have a risk versus reward before you even get into a trade. You need to be comfortable of what is it you're prepared to lose on this trade. What is it you're prepared to lose on the day before you call it quits? It's essential that you have that mapped out so that what are you looking to gain? So we're up at $0.25 again, back up at $0.25. Get rid of this line now because it's not doing anything except distracting everybody. Looking sharp, I don't know about that. Not slept much last night, to be fair. So looking, I was thinking we're looking a little bit worse for wear. We want to see this breaking these highs. So we're getting a nice little flat top forming, particularly on the higher time frames here. We want to see this breaking this resistance level up at the $0.75, the 775. It's tapped it a number of times now. Opened my head. Cheers, thanks for that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, okay, if you say so. This is where that confluence of support and resistance, the couple of EMAs, the 9's crossing the 20 at this level, and it's now kind of rejecting there. This is why the EMA crossover strategy isn't that accurate. We just crossed the 9 just crossed the 20 and then it reversed. So you didn't quite get a full cross. If this candle finishes above kind of 715, you'll have an EMA crossover. We're looking for a green candle here. 10 seconds for it to go green. And you'll get there you go. You've got an EMA crossover there. So there'll be a few people going long for that EMA crossover. The 9 over the 20. I'm not taking comments on my styles of shirts there from you, Alistair. You did nothing but slate me. I think this is polo actually. Yeah, it is. So Ralph Lauren. You can't actually see the little man, but it's polo as opposed to a barber. It's a polo shirt. It's Ralph Lauren. Just seeing if there's anything else moving whilst we're on this one. So PHVS, huge amounts on Thursday. Kind of didn't really do much. I put that on the watch list. Didn't do a huge amount on Friday. Let's have a quick look. No volume. Kind of sold off on Friday, but we'll see if there's any kind of continuation today. Well, Quest just sold right off. Down at 330s now. That was a bit of a non-event. Yeah, I'm aware of the tartan there, Torna. Oh, it's a popular tartan. I say tartan. I think in the US they call it plaid. Go figure. It's tartan. And say dead. What's the comedy? Steve Martin. Dead men don't wear plaid. Like, okay, unless they're killed in it. Dead men don't wear anything once they're at the morgue. $680 is the VWAP right now. Those little arrows on the candlesticks are my entry and exit points, Don. Those little green ones were I bought, and the red ones are where I sold. You can see here when I started trading this, that was a buy, that was a sell, sell, buy, sell, 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 buy, etc., etc. Buy, sell, buy, sell, etc. So the red and the green, that's what you can see there, Don. Specifically requested a couple of days ago that I put these back on so people can see where I'm actually trading. VWAP is 680. That's what I'm looking for the next ad. I just added to the position for the support at the VWAP. Like I said, this is a much riskier strategy that I'm trying today. Not to be cheated, you can't do it with a small account either. You need a large account to try it. Do you want me to estimate what it's going to be? I try not to do any like that kind of estimations. I'll just wait for the data to drop, Toner. But Amazon right now is a steal. But for me, it's a discount buying opportunity for sure. It's an absolute steal. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. That'll come good. I mean, I've not actually bought for a couple of months, but I've been buying Amazon. I think the last time was the end of October. The last time I bought anything, averaged put any additional into Amazon was back end of October. Well, actually, beginning of November. So I've not bought anything since then. I just thought it was the price was just too good to miss. But that's on my interactive account. So I'm just watching this now. There's not a lot else. I've been watching this. He's not been looking at much else. I'm kind of keeping an eye on this particular ticker, but there's not a lot of movement with any kind of volume. This has got the biggest volume at the moment, above $2. Cooper Software is an acquisition. Web is an acquisition. Quest is a recent IPO, so it doesn't really have a catalyst as such. Don't know too much about China Jojo. And we've got Boyle, which is a natural gas ETF. We've got Horizon Therapeutics, another acquisition. So we're probably not going to get a huge amount of volume today because of what's coming out later this week. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got a lot of macroeconomic data coming out. So what we're actually getting is the CPI numbers drop, the inflation numbers drop tomorrow. We're going to get the FOMC meeting and conference on Wednesday with the rate hike being announced on Wednesday afternoon. We've got retail sales data and jobless claims coming out on Thursday. We've also got the Bank of England and ECB rates coming out on Thursday as well. So there's a lot of macroeconomic catalysts coming out this week. It's going to be a busy week on the markets, and this is why I think we're probably going to get a little bit of what's the best word of describing this? Probably going to get a little bit of volatility this week. Okay, this is my last ad. At 75. Okay, I don't think I'm going to add that. It's dropping. My last ad was going to be the $0.75. It's already beat that. So I'm going to see if we get a bounce on the 200, which is 61, and then I'm out. Well, it was informative, if nothing else. This strategy, I don't recommend it. It's not a good strategy. It's cost me money. I'll not be teaching this strategy in the Day Trade with Tony course, that's for sure. I don't recommend it at all. Even if this pays off now, I don't recommend it as a potential strategy to trade. I just don't think it's a good strategy at all. I thought I'd try it out. Ten minutes to the bell. I've got to scale out without tanking the price. This is the problem. When the volume dries up and you've got a big position, you've got to get out without tanking the price, and that in itself is a challenge. You either get slippage or you don't get filled. Absolutely, Varun. Absolutely. If we get CPI data comes, if inflation is looks to be, but the problem I've got with that is PPI data came out last week and we saw the market just tank. Now, if the cost to manufacture, the cost to produce is higher, then that's usually a good precursor for the consumer price as well, because manufacturers and producers and retailers they're never slow to put the price up to you and me at the front till at the checkout. So I would be expecting the price to the inflation to be going up rather than coming down. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, but based on the way that the market tanked last week on PPI data, I expect an even worse, an even bigger sell-off on the CPI data this week. Expectations, I think they're trying to temper in expectations. You'll see some data in terms of CPI expectations later today, but I think we'll probably get a sell-off tomorrow. Well, Neville, we've got 3 green candles in a row. I'm looking for this to get back over $7 is what I want it to do, but we'll see. Now got the VWAP to well, not just the VWAP, but the 9 EMA to contend with. So there's a confluence of resistance now. Well, I'd rather have a good data and then a melt up into Christmas right from the off this week, because this is the last data drop before the new year, Klaatu. There's no more CPI data. There's no more interest rate hikes or anything like that into the new year now. So these are the final drops of the year. Yeah, well, it's all about money and greed there, Varun. All about money and greed. Why control it when it's making you rich? When the major politicians have all got fingers in pies of these big conglomerates. They're all being paid off. They're all corrupt as you like. There's not a single one of them not getting paid off by big by corporate business. Especially in the US. It's probably the most corrupt political system on the planet is the US. Well, we've got 5 minutes to the bell. Five minutes into the bell. See where this takes us. Although I'm not far off going green on this particular strategy, on this particular trade, I don't recommend it. You've got to risk way too much. We'll see if it works. Yeah, exactly. You can small phenomenal fee, absolutely. You can purchase America. You can purchase power in America. I mean, look at your man SBF. And if I'd done something similar to him, i.e. commit fraud on a grand scale, I'd be locked up. I mean, that's essentially, it was a Ponzi scheme. The whole FTX was a Ponzi scheme. And he's got away with it because he has fingers in other pies with and a lot of he's made money and give money, donated money, I think is the word, to a lot of influential people who he's now calling in favors to protect his ass. He would have been extradited out of Bahamas like Bernie Madoff would have been back in the day. Okay, now's the acid test. Can we get over the $250? Yeah, well, I find it amusing. Not so much amusing, but ironic. Although most Americans, not all, but most Americans find it difficult to understand the meaning of irony. But I find it ironic that the company that's so obsessed with freedom is the country that's so obsessed with freedom is also the same country that has the highest percentage per capita of people locked up. So, you know, they don't, considering they're so obsessed with freedom, they're not too scared about taking it away from people. And of course, the judicial system over there is a business as well. The more inmates you've got, the more inmates you've got to work for free, slave labor. Another thing that the nation pertains to be embarrassed about is the whole rights around slavery and human rights record, and they're still doing it. Your average number plate on your vehicle over there is made by a prison inmate. Most of the roads are tarmacked and dug up and built by prisoners. So I just think it's absolutely diabolically hypocritical. Right, I'm cutting this at the VWAP. Looks like a potential inverse head and shoulders, but I'm not prepared to do this again. It's too much risk. I was supposed to add at 75, but we've got 45 seconds to the bell. Well, they're always going to lock people up. If they've not got enough people committing crimes, they'll just lock people up for not committing crimes. I mean, they don't have any problem doing that either. There's more people locked up in the USA, percentage-wise, that end up being found not guilty than any other nation on the planet. And if you've got money, you can get out. There's the bell. If this sells off, I'm just going to up the position. And a huge influx of volume. I want to see this back up over $7. People taking profits. Don't mind a dip, maybe a rip afterwards. That would be nice. We've got a huge position in this right now, and I'm going to have to get out very, very quickly if this drops. What are you doing, Tony? Set your stop. You get a stop, it'll get you out for free. Well, not for free, but it'll get you out. Right, I'll change the scanners over. Not impressed with that strategy at all. I will not be teaching that. So HTGM halted up. This is coming all the way down. There we go. Got stopped out. That's a big loss. That's a terrible strategy. Don't do that one. Made by Trump? I hope so. You never know. You didn't expect a gap up opening from on what? On the SPY? Oh, I could have told you that it was going to gap up. On the S&P500 on the Nasdaq, it was going to gap up. So that's what we've got. Okay, let's look at not trading that again. Well, that's halted. It's below what I normally trade, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just wait. I'll wait to see what's going to be moving. I need a good day today. 20k down at the moment, so I need some base hits just to get me back in the upward swing, and then we can go from there. Let's get us over $4. It might go on a run. Hey, Imran. Not seeing anything jumping out as trade me right now. Looking for the break of $4 here. Didn't get him. I don't like that upwick at all. What am I in? 403. Look for support at the VWAP and get out. That's not good. I'll get out. Oh shit. That wasn't clever. So I was trying an averaging strategy a periodical average strategy. So every 25 cents, taking a position on a bullish stock as it for a move back up. But I don't recommend it. Not at all. Not one little bit. It's cost me 16,000 to try that strategy, and quite frankly, it doesn't work. Well, it didn't work for me at least. $4.33. Nah, we're miles away. Look, you've got to, you know, I was just trying something different. We had a good week last week. There's no reason. We actually had a bad Tuesday last week. And we came back on Thursday and smashed it on Thursday and Friday. We had a good Monday, good Thursday, and a good Friday. Didn't trade on Wednesday. I shouldn't really be trading today, I don't think. My mind is kind of preoccupied with the dog, but what are you going to do? I'm just watching the scanners as well for anything that's moving up. DFLI, very low volume, 16% move, or 30% in the last 15 minutes. It's gone from red to green, but can't trade on 6,000 shares. You need 6,000 shares a minute, not 6,000 shares over the whole morning. I mean, 6,000 shares a minute is pretty low. Yeah, Miyako's in hospital at the minute. She's having surgery, Alistair. So the dog's, I'm waiting on a phone call to say that she's come through okay. So she's under the knife as we speak. That's why there's no snoring on the channel. I could do it myself, but it doesn't have the same cuteness. Looks like a day for shorting, might well be. The SPY's selling off. S&P500 selling off. Well, we'll see. I'm hoping I'll get a phone call and it's good news. What annoys me is you take the vet into you take the dog into the vet, and it's not like a hospital for people, which you think they'd have a similar level of decorum. Straight away they start talking about money. I'm like, look, I'm not interested in the money. I just want to fix my dog. I've got money. Don't worry about the money. Just fix my dog. Yeah, but we want to know that before we start, we're going to have to pay this. I'm like, just fix the dog. I'll pay the money. Don't just fix the dog. I'll have money this, money that. This is how much it's going to cost. You need to sign this estimate. And I'm like, for God's sakes, just fix the dog. That's what I said. That's funny enough. That's exactly what I said, Alistair. I said I've got some cookies here, so get 3,000 likes, and you'll feed the fat guy on the internet instead of the fat snoring chow. So I want this over $4. Come on. Yeah, Billy's not looking strong. In fact, the Chinese stocks in general are not looking great. So I paid 600 euro, Kimran. So I had to pay 600 euros just for to be medicated overnight and on a drip, and fluids and stuff, and just for overnight care yesterday. And the surgery is going to cost me about 1,600 quid. So I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's probably going to cost me about 2.5 grand to get the dog fixed, assuming she comes through okay. Like I said, it's not a big deal. You know, you can't put a price on that kind of thing. The bloody vets do, but and I dare say to a lot of people that's. I don't want to sound blasé about it because 2.5 grand's 2.5 grand. It's a lot of money to a lot of people, especially coming up to Christmas. But I don't care. Just fix the dog. She's worth more than 2.5 grand to me, you know? Pet insurance only covers so much. What did I just do there? Yeah, I'm out. I'm done for the day. That's 23k. I'm clearly not at it right now. And I've said this before when I tried back in March when I tried trading hungover. I said really, if your mind frame's on something else, you need to be 100% to trade. The same as if you're operating heavy machinery. If you're emotionally compromised, you're not going to be at your best for trading. And you're not going to be at best if you're drunk. Well, we saw that last month. If you're chemically compromised, i.e. alcohol or other substances, or emotionally compromised, then your judgment's going to be impaired. So probably best just to lock it down and don't do it. Well, absolutely, Alistair. 2.5k on a dodgy stock is look. I've lost 10 times that much in this morning already. So 2.5k on my dog, really? And right now I'm a bit pissed off with the way of that Apvo strategy, and right across the board I'm a bit annoyed at my trading today because, quite frankly, well, to be honest, I don't care, but quite frankly, it's just not concentrating on it properly. That's what happens. Well, I can't look after Miyako because she's in the vets. I'll get a phone call from the vet when they're ready. But when they're ready, then I'll go and see her. Whether I can pick her up or not, I'll be able to go and see her at least. Seems a bit weird going visiting your dog, but you know. Oh, my ex-wife would beg to differ there, Super Chip. No, it's not surgery on her paw. she was hemorrhaging from she was a lot of blood coming out the back end, so it was like a crime scene here on Sunday morning. She lost a lot of blood, internal bleeding. So hopefully they'll have fixed it and have it done. So we need the dog back. She's all that this stream cares about. It's the Miyako stream. It's not day trade with Tony. It should be renamed Day Trade with Miyako. Okay, let's get back to the markets. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be trading anything else. I think I've lost too much today already. So that's half of what I made last Thursday is gone. I'll just give it back. So this is HTG molecular, moved up into a halt, continued moving up, almost hit $2 and now pulling back. This was on my watch list if it got to $2. but clearly it didn't, and it's pulling back hard. So yeah, Amam trying to, if we get a pullback here to around 320 before another move back up, that will be very bullish. We get a support here around 315, 310. You've got a shoulder there, the head, and then a short. So if we can find support around the kind of 310, 315 on Ambrox Biopharma, there's a potential inverse head and shoulders here for you to trade. If you've spotted that, great. If you've not, then you're getting a clear entry level there at 345 as well, the break of 345, and you've been looking for a 40-cent move. So you're looking for 390. Can you short it? I'm not sure you can. Is it shortable? Let me just have a quick look. It is shortable. No, barely. It's halted to the downside. Not seeing any issues with shorting at CMD, so go for your life. Let's see what happens. Seems to be a potential short day across the board. So Amam, we've got the pullback to 310. So this could, if this gets in at 345, could be worth watching for this head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Needs the break of 345. That's the resistance level. I don't know about that. BA still trying, is it? Is that Boeing, is it? The SPY, I think probably you'll see the SPY go red today. A little bit of a sell-off in anticipation of tomorrow's sell-off. That's another tap. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts at 345 since the market opened. We had a number of attempts prior to that as well. What else are we looking at? Microsoft's reaching a high. Oh, the SPY is absolutely motoring. Look at this. The market's just absolutely taking off. Came down and bounced, and it's trying to, looking at breaking session highs. 394. 394.60s. That's what you want to be watching there. For the market. And there we go. 394.60 just tapped. Looks like a bullish day. You might know something we don't know. Or maybe they're just trying to price in some ready for a sell-off tomorrow. Have a good day today so that it can sell off tomorrow. Yeah, be careful though. Make sure you're getting the right. Just don't take any setup there, J-Spec. Wait for the right move. Don't do what I just did. Don't hold on to your lose an average down, because that strategy doesn't work. I've just proved it. I knew it didn't work, but I was reading about it over the weekend and I thought, yeah, well, I'll try it. Perhaps I should have tried it with smaller size though. Probably not a good idea to try it with such bigger size. Maybe 100 shares at a time. Yeah, so S&P 500, despite trying to make a move back up, trying to 394.70 is the next target. Is XPeng moving, is it? Yeah. Well, it's down on the day. It's still red on the day. It's considerably red on the day. So it's trying to move up. Quite frankly, I'm just not. I'm not feeling it today for some strange reason. Oh, that's choppy as hell. How you would trade that? I don't know. That's not great. I think. Yeah, that's going to break lows. This we should do it this next time round. This inverse head and shoulders very much more pronounced now. It's even pronounced on the higher time frames. There's your first shoulder, there's your head, there's your next shoulder. This should break up, and you'd look for the depth of that. So we're looking at 45 to about 45 cents there is what your target potentially could be. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a fat guy on the internet. I'm just calling out the pattern here that I'm seeing on Ambrox Biopharma. Well, Faraday. See, Faraday. I traded Faraday going back a while when it was actually at a decent price. No, it's not so much. Onyx Pharmaceuticals breaking highs up at 70 cents, 71 cents now. Nope, that's too small. That's too small. The huge movers there's no parabolic movers as yet, but we'll see. There's plenty of time yet. Getting some decent volume on some of these now. Mad cow disease, CJJD, China Jojo drugstores. It's up, but it's pulling back heavy, so probably not something you want to be looking at trading. Cooper Weber, both acquisitions. You don't want to be doing anything with that one. BioV. Let's have a look at BioV. Not oversold on the volume. BioV looks interesting. Not great volume. It's probably about a 2x relative volume at the minute, which is not bad, I guess. But you're not getting a huge momentum with it, which is what I like to trade, is that momentum, you know? Oh, wait. I'll either not take any more trades, or I'm just if we get something that's got a bit of momentum, proper momentum, I'll consider it. But right now, I'm just not feeling anything because, quite frankly, inverse head and shoulders on the S&P 500. Yeah, so there you go. There's your shoulder. There's your head. There's your shoulder. Maybe what I was looking at there is was following the same move, but S&P 500 inverse head and shoulders here. So look at the Nasdaq. Same thing. Inverse head and shoulders. You're looking for new break of highs, if you will, for yeah, well, I've still got a target to hit there, Alistair. Can I have a look at Kavana? Kavana selling off, not following the market at all. So Kavana not looking great. 480s could be a. I was going to say could be a short, but it's actually on the short sale restrictions list, so you can't. You can short it, but it's difficult. There's no shorting on the no shorting on the bid. So good luck to you. Anything else moving with any kind of momentum? Let's see. Harp. So this was one that moved up pre-market as well. It's low price stock. So we're getting quite a bit of these smaller low price stocks that are Harpoon Therapeutics is the company. HARP is the ticker, HARP. Some of these lower price stocks actually making moves, nice moves up. And Tonix Pharmaceutical having a really good day at 70 cents. Right now, 71. Currently up 88% on the day. Let's see. Yeah, well, today I don't know about goofy, but you've got a lot of catalysts happening later this week. So we've got the CPI data tomorrow, first early doors, so that'll be 8:30 market time. Watch for either a sell-off or a rally, and it will be reliable and sustainable. Just so you know. Oh, Nvidia back to break highs. Oh, the S&P 500, all those stocks kind of following the same tune. Not quite the same pattern, but following the same tune. So it's looking bullish. There's a bullish pattern on the SPY. Look at the SPY. Very bullish pattern on the SPY. When I get there. Which is the inverse head and shoulders. And it's breaking out now. So we should get 395 at a push. Oh, well, at a canter. If you're going in this, 394 as a stop loss. You're in at 3960, so whatever, 3970. Do a 2-to-1. Should get good 39550. So you should get a whole dollar move on this. So risk 50 cents for a whole dollar. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's how I would trade this if I was still trading it. But so that's the S&P 500. Big movers selling off now. All right, okay, so we had a bit of a breakout with Favaris. And a breakdown on Ambrox. Let's have a look at Favaris. Had a good catalyst last week, had a good move up. We got 400% on the move up on this on Thursday, and it then didn't sustain, it didn't follow through on Friday. So you might get a continuation today. So you've got Harpoon Therapeutics halting to the upside now. It's over 227. Just called this out a minute ago. Testing $2. So this is now Harpoon Therapeutics. Will resume at 10:06. So it's now 10:02. This will resume at 10:06. And looks like it will gap down. So this looks like it's going to gap lower. So it's at it's halted at 227. It looks like it's going to gap down lower by about 10-15 cents. By the data I'm seeing there. How does it bio? This sold off hard. I was looking at $11 as a resistance level. At 10.92, so at $11 resistance level. So this is trying to go. So Adiset Bio. This was up over $18. I'm just going to find out why it sold off. Bear with me 1 second. Why is the bad? What's the bad news with Adiset Bio? Okay, so Monday. It gets a buy from JMP Securities. Okay, so that's an good analyst rating. HW Wainwright maintains the buy on Adisit Bio, so that's a good analyst rating. All right, okay. So Adisit Bio shares are trading lower after the company announced safety and efficacy data from its ongoing phase 1 study for the potential treatment of relapsed refractory B-cell NHL, whatever that means. But no idea why it's trading lower, other than that safety and efficacy data. Not sure if that's good or bad. It's a 32 million float. 12.5% short, so make of that what you will. XLE breaking highs, so this is an ETF. It's based on energy stocks, so it's an energy stock ETF, breaking big highs. Tend not to trade these ETFs personally. Oh, this broke out. And pulled back. So finding it difficult around the $9 level. The spreads on this are like 12 cents. 10, 12 cents. Range is 28 cents. So the range covers the spreads. That's fine. Yeah, energy stocks seem to be moving up. So Ox is probably one of them. Occidental Petroleum up at 64. A few of those. So Harpoon moved up again. So it did resume down. It resumed slightly down, then it halted up and then resumed up. So this is taking off. Nice pullback for a continuation. 50-cent pullback. Yeah, sometimes you spot a setup and you don't take it, Imran. Unfortunately, energy stocks moving up, S&P 500 stocks moving up. So the market as a whole moving up. Market's having a good day, ready for the sell-off tomorrow. Trying to price in the sell-off. Tends to happen. So that when it sells off, it might sell 3%. But if it's a 1.5% up today, the net loss tomorrow, if it sells off for 3%, is only going to be 1.5% across the 2 days. Smart move from the market makers. $268 is the high of this candle. Yeah, Tesla's having trouble. Tesla's having a trouble time. It's probably going to find its fair market value shortly. Tesla's not. Well, let's face it. They've got an absolute clown show going on at the moment on the board. He's so the reason. One of the reasons Tesla's selling off, aside from the supply issues, aside from the crappy workmanship on the actual motors, is the fact that their CEO is on Twitter every other day because that's his new plaything. And what he's doing on Twitter isn't helping Twitter or Tesla. Does that actually get you any subscribers? I don't think it does. Bit of a fake out on the 1 and 2 minutes there. Glad I didn't take that. Coop News is good. Cooper Software, what's good about it? It's been acquired. It's getting acquired. That's the news I'm on the understanding of. Thoma Bravo's buying them. That's what I'm on the understanding of. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thoma Bravo is buying them at $180 a share, I think it is. Oh, is it? Oh, $81 a share or something along those lines. Yeah, Thoma Bravo have agreed to buy them at something like $81 a share or something. They've got good the earnings came out today, by the way, with Cooper Software, but from my understanding is they're getting acquired. So for me, yeah, $81 a share in cash. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's a no touch right now. Best you can hope with Cooper Software is getting $81. And the likelihood is you won't get that. Because who's going to buy it off you if they know full well that they're going to have to sell at $81? Right, Virax making a bit of a move. Just popped up on the scanners. This is Virax Biolabs, if you like these low price stocks. It has a history of moving big. Well, I just popped up real big as well. Andra Life Sciences. So the bio sector is particularly volatile at the moment, particularly buoyant. Bioscience got a lot of movers. To be fair, you've got a lot of movers, but not on great volume. So just bear that in mind. Yeah, there's quite a few. Just not. What kind of music is this not? Get off. Virax, Harpoon, Quest. Yeah. Quest is at 329. It's finding the $0.75 level difficult is Harpoon. $268 right now, but it's finding the 275 level difficult to get over. What is done? What's on the 200 moving averaged on the daily? The market or something else? AMD, Tesla. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was a little bit slow getting to his comment. On it was 5 minutes ago, so I was busy looking at other things. There's volatility in the market. You've just got to be in the right frame of mind to trade at this lower volume, and that's the problem. Is that with the lower volume, it comes under the lack of liquidity, and that can create even higher volatility, which not necessarily a bad thing, but the moves are just going to be unreliable. Just be careful out there. We didn't get that break up on the SPY. The inverse head and shoulders breakout. I've been looking at, well, watching Harp right now, Don. Yeah, but the thing is, when you look at something like this on the daily, it's you can't take into account the daily moves. You look for daily on the support and resistance levels. But when we start talking about EMAs and the VWAP and things like that, it goes all out the window, because you have one good day, and the ATR, for example, one good day that really screws everything up. So it's average before that, average true range before today was it's just been screwed up by on the daily, for example, is at 33 cents, but it's been screwed up as a result. You look at it on the 1 minute and it's 16 cents. Just looking for anything that's moving that has a good setup. Look at this on the 5 minute rather than the 1 minute. You can see that struggling up there at 280. A bit of a flag formation, so we've still got potentially a breakout upwards. Look at it on the 2 minute, and you probably want to look at upwards support there. You really want to see it hold at the $0.50. It's not doing so. What was the previous support level? 242. So if it swings low, it's getting break lower lows. That's not a good sign. There you go. There you go. It's a lower low, so that's not really a good sign. You might get there's an argument for a parallel channel down there. A parallel, close to parallel. There's an argument for a parallel channel, which would break upwards, but I can't see it. It's looking a bit weak. The market's been choppy for a couple of months, and to me, I need the volume. Otherwise, I just find it difficult to trade the volatility when there's no volume to support it. I either getting too big and my losing day, my red days are a lot bigger than they should be, like today, or I just don't trade well. In which case, Imran, if the market's hard to find a pattern to get in to trade, then don't force it. Just don't trade. The worst case scenario is you break even. In that scenario, is if the patterns aren't there for you to trade it, don't trade. Actually, I don't have to walk the dog today, do I? So let me know. We're down at the bottom of the hour. We've got 10 minutes. Normally I will be finishing the stream in 10 minutes. Should I carry on for an extra half an hour? You let me know in the chat if you want me to if you want me to carry on streaming for another half an hour, considering I don't have a dog to walk today. So let me know. Should I stream for an extra half an hour? Type in half an hour if you into the chat if you want me to. Just keeping my mind off other things. Okay, well, let's stick around. Let's see what the market gives us. Who knows? Bottom of the hour, we might get a nice parabolic move, and I can get some of the gains back. I'm not doing anything unless we get. I'm not trading anything unless it's a really good setup, and that's not. Quite frankly, I saw it hit the scanners on the signals, but that's not. That's a terrible setup. There's just no volume at all. But there you go. DocuSign breaking highs. Looking nice up there. Nice, just broke out from a nice flat top. Here at kind of $52. Needs to hold as support. It's broke it as resistance. Now it needs to hold $52 as a support. So let's put a bit of horizontal in there so you can see what I'm talking about. At 52, resistance, 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 breaks through, pulls back as a support, move on to high highs. So that's what you want to be seeing. That's a sign of a strong stock. Now you've got a $0.25 resistance there. Yeah, well, did I drink my cup of tea? I certainly did. Did we get 3,000 likes on the old tickety tocky? Can I have a biscuit? Can I have a cookie? Are you going to feed me a cookie? Get 3,000 likes on the TikTok and I can have a cookie. My belly's rumbling. I need a cookie. Let's get some likes on the old YouTube as well. Hit the thumbs up button. If you hit the thumbs up button and we get enough likes, I'll continue streaming on YouTube as well. We've got 30 people right now watching on YouTube. So let's get 20 likes on thumbs up. You get at least 20 likes. I should have 30, but let's see if we can get 25 likes of you people that are watching it. If you hit that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up button. Let's get 20 likes. 25 would be nice, but let's get 20 likes, and I'll continue for another half an hour. If your actions will dictate my actions. If there's not enough likes, I'm not sticking around for another half an hour. If you don't like me, show me you like me. There's no point. I'm not here to annoy you. I'm here to educate you how to lose money today. Doesn't help that DocuSign looking strong. All right, what else is moving up nicely? Pulling back within that channel now. So that's looking weak. That never even looked like recovering. Over $6 could be of interest. Rather see it over the VWAP West. There's a lot of these early movers that just didn't sustain. They're just very weak today. And that tried to go green and I lost money on it. This tried to go green, it's going back red. Might get a bit of support at the VWAP. Didn't like the idea of being over $9. And that one just, no, not doing anything. So what else? XBI. That's that ETF, isn't it? Energy ETF. Fire Series Trust. It's biotech ETF. No, it's a biotech ETF, XBI. That's the biotech sector. That's why that's moving up. Very volatile sector today. So Lululemon. Lululemon or Lululemon, depending on how you want to pronounce it. It's red on the day, trying hard to go green, but at 325, and I personally think this is overpriced. This is for what it's worth, but that's just me. How do I decide which to follow? I follow the momentum, Peter. So what stocks are moving? I've got my scanners and my screeners in front of me, and I see what's, and it's sorted by volatility. So I see what's moving, when it's moving, how much it's moving, and I can just drill in to find out why it's moving, and then I can switch over and find out what if it's worth trading or not. So right now, for example, we've got CNTG top of these scanners. It's too small for me, but there's no volume. So I can look at that straight. I could look at that top of the scanner straight away. It's moving up 94 cents. It's currently 25% up, and it's just moved up in the last 5 minutes. If you look at this on the 5-minute chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was kind of doing nothing at 75 cents and then just popped up 20 cents. So I saw that on the scanners, but there's not enough volume to trade it. So you wouldn't trade something like that. Whereas maybe, let me see what's going on. Chris, again, a low price stock. There's no H in it. I don't know why I put H in it. So this sold off. Inverse head and shoulders. Now moving up 60 cents. So a hard sell off. So you need to be careful. And what you'd do is you'd have a look. Why is this moving up now? And why is this? Look at the catalyst. And is this likely to be is this just going to be a bounce, or is it likely to be a reliable move back up? So this is Curious Inc. But 60 cents. Yes, it is possible to subscribe to me, Peter. Just hit the button there. Hit the follow button. And I have multiple. There's multiple channels that I'm streaming on. So TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Share Vision. I actually did my Share Vision work today. That's a bit weird. Yeah, I'm live. I'm live right now. That's okay then. Just can't see it. That's so weird. I'm seeing the possibly done. Possibly done. All these biotechs releasing FDA news and whatnot so they can actually get some money. design, DSGN, breaking highs up at 889. So this is Design Therapeutics, and not a lot of volume. I'm just going to have a quick look, because if it hits the scanners and not a lot of volume, it may just be hitting the scanners with a volatile move. And if it's got a good catalyst, the volume could follow. So this is why I'm looking at the stock, check the catalyst, and then if there is a catalyst, the volume can follow. But there isn't a catalyst. So why this is moving up, I don't know. 14% up on the day. Just not reliable. TNA hitting the scanners. That's a big move. This is direction small cap index. This is again direction ETF. Okay, I just have to take this. Hello? It is indeed, yes. Okay, yes, please. Well, I think you'll all be pleased to know that that was the vet, and that was the vet, and the dog's okay. So she's just come out of surgery. She's awake and stuff. So she seems a bit groggy, obviously, but I'll be picking her up this evening. So they said to keep her in so that for a couple more hours, and I'll pick her up in about 3 hours. So hopefully the dog will be okay. Okay, Peter. So if you're looking for guidance on how to trade, you don't want to trade the way I've traded today, by the way. Absolutely not, because I was trading like a donkey today. My mind's all over the place. But Peter, check. I'll tell you what I'll do. Just for you, whilst we've got a bit of time, I'll be coming back to the charts in a moment. I'll come back to the charts in a moment. Just give me a second, and I'll just go here and here and back to here. Okay, so this is my desktop. This in case you're all wondering. So this is my desktop. In case you're all wondering, this is my Benzinga desktop. This is what I'm looking at. So people wondering how I'm seeing what's moving when it's moving. This is what I'm looking at. Okay, and if you want to know, these two I've got popped out so you can actually see them on your screens. But this is the same thing. So what I normally do is I've got this set up every day. It automatically gets to this level, and I will just pop this out and pop out the widget, and it goes there. And then OBS will then pick that up and stream that out to YouTube. If you want to find out how to use this, then go to my link tree. So for you, Peter, in my profile, there's a link says Linktree. This link here, it says Linktree, the TikTok trader, and it brings you to the Linktree. And Benzinga is this third link down. Okay, now you want to go to Benzinga, which is this desktop here. This is you can try it out for 14 days for free. Okay, no problem. If you don't like it, you can't work it out, you're unsure about it, that's fine. Don't subscribe to it. If you find it useful, don't pay full price. So it works out about 117. If you pay annually, it works out about $117 a month. But you can get 35% off, whether it's annually, monthly, or quarterly, whatever subscription you go into. I can get you 35% off using the discount code DTWT35 at checkout. Check it out for 14 days for free. That's Benzinga. Now, for you, Peter, if you're wanting guidance on how to trade, you're wanting to learn how to trade and trade profitably, check out the course here. It's Day Trade with Tony, and you get access to all the education products here. So there's a full syllabus, and you've got access to the community as well. So we've got a private Discord that you can join. You get access to this, so you get my mentorship with it as well, and you get full syllabus here. So the introduction to trading, there's a video on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube right now, you can go and check that out. But there's a video on YouTube. It's the introduction to trading. It's a little over an hour long. That's the first lesson in on the course, but by all means, come and check out the rest of the syllabus here. There's over 20 hours of lecture material. Can you get through it in a month? Yes. Are you going to digest it in a month? Probably not. You might need to. Most people stick around for about 6 months, if I'm being completely honest. That's not to say that you can't do it in a month and learn it. A few have gone through, they've signed up for a month, and then that's all they've needed, and then they've just carried on trading. They've got access to the Discord. They're able to got access to me and the rest of the traders in the Discord as well. So they're able to ask questions after that. I would say the majority of people are taking approximately 3 to 4 months. Between 3 and 6 months, I would say 3 to 4 months on average, in terms of learning how to trade and learning how to trade profitably. Do not put money in with a broker until you've learned how to trade and you've practiced in a simulator. I would say that practice in a simulator with paper trading, paper money, before you even think about putting money in with a broker. Most people lose. My results are not your typical results for people who trade the stock market. I am a profitable trader. I've lost a lot of money today, but to be fair, my head's not been on it today, and I've got other reasons. There's other things on my mind, and I'll put that down to just a bad day at the office. The day's not done. I could come back from this, and I've come back from worse situations in the past. I've done it live on camera. So if you want to learn how to trade, you want me to teach you how to trade, check out the Day Trade with Tony course. In terms of Trader View, Trading Journal. In fact, I've got my reports open here, I think, for December. So you can, let's go to the overview on the calendar. So I've got it, this is December right now. So if I look at December, you can see 6,000 last Monday. 6,000 on the first of then we did a 22,000 day. Then we had 5,000. We had a big loss last Tuesday. Again, me not trading properly. Took the day off because of the dog on Wednesday. Then I had a massive $43,000 day on Thursday. It was a really, really good day. We had a good day on Friday. We probably could have had a better day if we picked the right stocks, but I'm happy. I was disciplined enough not to get sucked into the FOMO with AM. And I had a day over goal. So if I look at the year, where does that put me before today? We're not having a bad year at all. So for the year where we were 5,000 away from, well, less than 5,000 away from the annual goal of 1.2 million, and 100,000 a month. So we were 5,000 away. Now, of course, I've just screwed that up by having a $20,000 red day today. But we saw last week I had a $20,000 red day, and I came back and at the end of the week managed to get over $50,000 in 2 days. So I'm not saying that that's normal. I'm not saying that's what you should expect. I have an expectancy of myself, as you can see across the whole year, of $5,000 a day. So between now and the end of this week, I'm going to be flying out on holiday next week. So I've got to get a babysitter to come in and babysit my pooch next week whilst I'm away, while she's ill and just had surgery. So I want to be doing on average 5,000 a day, so I need $25,000 this week to get me over goal and get me where I need to be. However, let's call it $25,000. So I need a $50,000 week now. So the remaining days I need $10,000 a day on average. Is that being realistic? Well, probably not, but let's see where we can go. I've had a really good year. I've had a fantastic year. Let's see if I can't get it before the end of this week. I've got 2 days next week before I fly out, and then we'll be on our way. So yeah, that's TraderView. If you're not trading, there's another one. There's Trade Anvil that I'm checking out right now as well. They contacted me last week, so they've asked me if I'd be interested in promoting Trade Anvil. I said, yeah, no problem. I'll take a look at it. My first impression is it's not as good as TraderView. It's more expensive than TraderView, and it's not as good as TraderView. That's my first impression. But I'm going to give it this week. I'm going to compare the two together against each other, and it's just another option in terms of a journal. I do recommend that you journal all your trades, even if you're not using a Trade Anvil or a TraderView. If it's just a spreadsheet, if it's an Excel spreadsheet or your XML file or whatever, journal your trades. It will help you analyze your trading and become a better trader. So that's another thing. People asking what's the platform I use. It's Dash Trader. Okay, and TradingView is another charting platform. I might be able to pull up TradingView. I'll pull that up later. Let's see if I can pull TradingView up so you can see what TradingView looks like. Where's that just gone? Okay, so this is the app, one page of the app from TradingView. So this is TradingView, not to be confused with TraderView. So you can see here I've got this on Bitcoin right now, and you can see Bitcoin is holding above 17,000. It's been ranging sideways since the whole FTX collapse and stuff. So it's been ranging sideways since then. This is TradingView. You can see this is a great charting platform. It's a freemium platform. You can check it out for free, and you don't have to subscribe to it. If you want real-time data on TradingView, then subscribe to it. But otherwise, it's 15 minutes delayed. It's still good for doing your charting, for analytics and stuff like that. It's a great platform. So that's TradingView, not TraderView, and it's a free platform that you can get there. You can link it with your broker. You actually do paper trading with TradingView as well. TraderView, Benzinga, as I mentioned, this is Benzinga. So I'll go back to my my Benzinga window, and I'll go back to the platform that we're looking at. And you guys, where's my OBS? And you guys can see this now. Okay, so I hope that answers a few of your questions, because I know there's a couple of you asking questions there. So Peter, I hope that's answered some of your questions. And if not, reach out. That link tree has my email address and socials like Instagram and Twitter. You can DM me there as well. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Okay. Alistair, you missed it. You missed it, Alistair. I got the phone call just about 10 minutes ago, 5-10 minutes ago. She's come through the surgery. I've got to pick her up this evening. So I'll arrange I'll get someone to take me, actually, so that I can hold her, because she's probably just going to be held, and I'll just hold her. So I'll be picking her up in about 2 hours time, Alistair. But thanks for your concern, buddy. TradeViz, is that another journal? Is it their super chip? So let's see what else is moving. I'm going to end the stream at the top of the hour, just so you all know. At the top of the hour, I'll be ending the stream, and anything that's moving, if there is anything that's moving. Then edibles. What's this? Edible garden. This moved up huge amounts. So this is halted right now at 10.41. So this should resume at 10.46. This is edible garden, AG. This is at $57. Oh, it's $57. It's not at 57. See where my head is because of the dog. Is at 57 cents. So this is another one of those low price stocks. It's going to gap up. It's due to resume in 10 seconds. It's going to gap up and it should start resume at about 60 cents. There you go. Resumption at 60 cents. How did I know? Magic. So this is edible garden. I'm moving up big. It's 145%, 140% on the day at the moment. So this could move if you're a trader of these lower price stocks. It's over $1 million share, over 1 million shares traded already today, and it's up currently 130, 140%. Up at $65, $66. Yep, cents. Yeah, no problem. I'll have a look at that for you. I saw it hitting the scanners. So this is eHang Holdings, and it moved up to kind of 8.50, got rejected at the $0.50, pulled all the way back to 8.10s. That's where we are. It's having a good day though. It's a good strong day. It's looking very bullish. We're getting a bounce here on the 200 EMA. And if next entry is if this moves back up above 830, so if it gets into the 830s, it could move on and break highs, but it needs to get back into the 830s. I wouldn't trade this unless it does. And on the daily, it's looking strong as well. You're absolutely right. It looks fairly strong on the daily. You look at this. Kind of bottom bounce here before it then started to move up, and it's been fairly strong, fairly consistent around the 750. It's now moved up, tapped 850, but if it gets above 830, it could then go on to break highs again today. So that's where we are at the moment. Again, this one not really doing much, kind of ranging around the $9 area. I'd be wary of a potential double top if this pulls back below $9. So just watch this. It needs to hold $9 and move back up again. So this is for Varus. This is what we made $43 on, well, almost $40,000 on Thursday trading, but it's not looking too strong right now. If it pulls back below $9, this could sell off. So just be careful. We might see something start to move shortly. I'm feeling a lot more. Do you know what? I'm feeling so much like I had a really stiff neck and everything earlier because I didn't sleep very well, and I just felt claustrophobic almost. That phone call just cheered me up. I feel so much better now. And yeah. So she's going to be okay. Just now got to arrange for a babysitter. Does anybody want to come and house sit for me while I'm away? Look after my pet pooch. Pay someone to sit in my house and look after my dog for a fortnight. There you go. Things you have to do as a pooch parent. Why are the short queues moving up so high? No, that's because the queues are selling off. So the Nasdaq's selling off hard, which means the short queues, which is you put an S in front of the queues, it's the inverse of that. You can actually go short on the market, on the index on the Nasdaq, without going short. So if your broker doesn't allow you to go short, which on a cash account, for example, you can't go short on a cash account, you need a margin account to short. You can go short by trading the inverse ETFs. Just a little tip for you there. Nice try, Ian. The whole point of this is you should be giving me your money to trade with. I mean, I'm teaching you how to trade with your money, so you don't need to trade with my money. You probably do a better job of it than I've done today, that's for sure. Hey, look, we'll come back. We always do. Right. No, that's not coming back. This could come back, you know. Consolidating. I'll keep watching this for the rest of the day. If this gets over, because I've lost 17 grand on this today. So if this gets back over $6, I might be interested in trading this back up towards $8, $9 if it shows signs of movement that way. We'll see. I'll check that out, this super chat. TradeViz. And you know, I do like TradeView. The stats that it gives me and the insight that it gives me is great. But I just want, for those people on the day trade with Tony course that may not want to commit to subscribing into, you know, a TradeView journal and things like that, just give me some options out there. Excel is, you can do it on an Excel spreadsheet, but it's just a lot of work. Unless you're if you're an Excel wizard, then there's no problem. But in terms of extrapolating all the data and whatnot, but don't, Ian, can you read? That's seriously. There's some writing at the bottom of the screen there. Read back to me what it says. In fact, I'll read it to you just in case you're having problems. Dyslexia is not my strong point either, but it says, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice, stock picks or signals. Do not blindly follow me. And that's why, because if I'm trying, and I called it out on a number of occasions, Ian, throughout that trade, is I'm trying a new strategy, don't follow me. I'm trying out a new strategy, don't follow me. Now, in theory, I should have been doing it on a paper account, which that's my own fault, or doing it with smaller size. But I'd already made 5 grand with it earlier, so I continued trading, but I just thought I'd try a different strategy, and it didn't. It looks promising to start off with, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It just wasn't. I won't be using that strategy again. It's too expensive. You need a big account to do it, first and foremost, but there's just too much risk involved. Absolutely, super chip. Absolutely. And I think I'll just stick to my own strategy. I'll stick to my main strategy. I won't be that strategy I tried today, the averaging strategy. I won't be teaching that at all. It just, for me, it certainly didn't work. So I won't be teaching that one. In fact, I'll keep that video and I will use that as a testament not to use it. So let's see what's moving over there. I'm just going to sort the wheat from the chaff here. Put some filters on the volume. So I want at least 1 million shares traded. And let's get rid of that filter. And on here, I want this to be at least 10,000 shares a minute on average. So we're looking at 150. Okay. So that's sort the wheat from the chaff a little bit. Let's have a look. That helps. Relmada Therapeutics. Yeah, it's for swing trading it might be okay. For investing, it's definitely a good. But for day trading, probably not an ideal strategy to use, Ian. So I thought I'd give it a try. Why not? You only learn by doing. Well, this is Relmada Therapeutics. I'm going to have a look at why it's moving up. So it's currently up 24% on the day. It's flat topping up there at 334, 335. Just want to see what the catalyst is, if there is one. It sold off hard last week. There's no catalyst, no news catalyst today. Well, it just looks like it's trying to bounce. It bounced on Friday, sold off hard on Wednesday after hours, tried to bounce on Friday, and it looks like it's trying to get back up towards $4 where it came from. So this is a 30 million flow, 7% shorted. Not huge. Probably not something I will be trading. It's not exactly going parabolic or anything. Again, another reversal, possibly. So this is Lufax Holdings. Not something I'm interested in trading. Range is too small. Not enough volatility. And it's barely over that basement floor of mine of $2. Yeah, super. It's easy saying after the fact, isn't it? No, he absolutely didn't. So don't use that strategy. Go back and realize that that averaging down doesn't work. I've said this before. It's and I have tried that before, but I tried it in different positions. Averaging down doesn't work. We'll see what happens. If it gets back over 650, I could be interested. Doesn't look like it's going to. All right, let's just jump straight to the top of the momentum stocks here. So let's have a look. That's why. So BioV, breaking highs. That one candle took it to the top of the momentum stocks, and it broke a new high. We had this high of day here at 985, tapped it a couple of times here, then it finally broke. We got an increase in volume as well, which is a good sign. But now it's struggling at $10. It's a $10 range, 994. It's tapped that 3 times now. Just trying to get over 994. Not seeing any particular resistance at this level on the daily. Well, not this year at least anyway. Not been up this low. Some kind of blue skies as far as this year is concerned. Well, I think I'm just gonna end the stream there. Top of the hour. I'll arrange for to get picked. I'll arrange for Fred to pick me up and we can go and collect the mutt. And I'll be back at it tomorrow, guys. Probably not going to be trading the rest of the day. I'm going to collect the mutt a little bit later in 2 hours time, and I'll probably take care of her and give her some TLC. So it's a big red day today. They happen. We need a couple of big green days to recover from it. As I say, 10k days for the rest of the week will set us right. We do have a buffer of two possible trading days next week before I fly away. I may trade while I'm away, probably will not, but I may trade while I'm away. I'll at least do a couple of streams while I'm away, and I'll pop some videos and drop some videos of trades historical trades I've been taking as well. So just to keep you all thirsty for when I get back. Okay, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go and collect the snoring chow chow. She's probably snoring as we speak. You know what that anesthetic can do. And I'll be back at it tomorrow, and we'll see how she is. Okay, I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for tuning in.